Just a Tip DJ podcast, live right now, recording with my best friends of the whole entire world.
What an intro!
Right. Wow. It's your boy DJ Dez, and I got my co-host. This time we're gonna run it up a little bit differently, because to my right of me is DJ Netix.
What's up? What's up?
He's in timeout.
Whoever shows up late is on the right side of the table,
Yep.
so that just happens. And then my other co-host, DJ Ricky Rico.
Good to be back, y'all.
What's going on, guys? How was your week, your month? Well, it's been like, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks since we recorded last time?
Couple weeks.
It's May.
And it's
it's
episode
May.
number
10, finally.
Made it.
Hit the applause button. Don't we have a sound effect for
I
that?
don't even know which one it is.
Oh, you gotta hit the wrong one. Watch.
Yeah, definitely did.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
definitely what it is.
Damn it. Damn. Are we just going? We just going
There
down
we
the
go.
All
line.
right,
We're just
episode
going
number
down
10.
Episode number 10, everybody. We finally made it. Yes, we finally made it to episode 10.
Crazy.
Took us a year and a half, but we're here.
Mm.
It took us a year and a half.
1 year. It says on YouTube it's
Yeah,
1 year
1
later,
year
not a year and a
later.
half.
Which is great. It's like an anniversary.
Yeah.
We're
It's
celebrating
really-
our
it-
anniversary.
No.
We recorded it a year and a half. We posted it a year ago.
That's what I was about to say. We've been recording for a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
The post is a little bit different here, sir.
Jeez.
Oh,
We're
just-
going by what YouTube says.
I'm just saying,
Man.
but it's okay.
I'll tell you what. Ain't nobody getting no date discrepancies by you.
No, not at all.
Like,
My time
on
is
the-
precious.
on
and
the
I keep
5th
telling you
hour
guys this.
of
Precise.
7th.
I will
Precision.
keep telling you guys this until I die.
Mm.
My time is precious. My precious.
All right, grandfather time.
Yes. So yeah, we're in May. Today is May. May 8th. Yes,
Yeah.
May 8th.
What did I say? The 7th?
So and some things have just become changing in the DJ world around us. I mean, locally and nationally, but globally, it's kind of crazy, guys.
Golly.
I would have never thought this in a million years. Would have never thought this in a million years.
Where we going?
Where are we going with this?
With this episode's Tech Talk, Tractor Z2 DJ Battle Mixer is officially a Serato DJ product.
Imagine how happy Chris would have been back then.
Bro,
And now it happens.
listen,
He
Fuji.
probably had something to do with it.
Listen. Fuji sent in a group chat the other day. He sent it yesterday because it came out yesterday. He said, we got the Tractor Z2 in Serato DJ Pro before we got GTA 6.
For real.
And when I saw that message, I started cracking up. And then I went to Instagram and opened up Instagram, typed in Serato, and I saw the video, and I said, wow, we actually got it before GTA 6.
Hey, at least we got a trailer, a second trailer, and a date.
Yes.
That who knows if that date's gonna
That
stay.
ain't going to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
But we got a second trailer for GTA 6.
The people was it Rockstar Games, right?
yeah.
Rockstar Games, you were listening. Please go talk to Serato.
Something. It's okay. It's all good. But from the drop.serato.com, Legacy Hardware Legendary Possibilities.
That's a tongue twister.
It is. But I'm with it. So with the release of Serato DJ 3.32, we're continuing the journey to give Legacy Hardware legendary possibilities, bringing official support for two beloved classics. The Native
Beloved
Instrument
classics.
Tractor Control Z2.
I love how they worded that.
Now, here's the thing.
Beloved classics.
It's only Serato DJ Pro only. You can't use it for
Light.
DJ Lite.
Honestly, it should be like that.
And
Yeah, for
but you have to
something
have
like
the
that, yeah.
subscription. Or you have to pay if
You had to lie.
you know, you have to pay for the
Do they still have that?
People still pay
That-
monthly for Serato?
Wait. That's
So-
what I was asking.
So that's the thing. So you can buy it from dealers. Dealers can still sell you licenses by themselves.
you can't buy it on the
You
website.
can't buy it on the website anymore. It's
Yeah.
kind of
So
weird.
now
I
it's
know
only
that.
subscription unless you
can
find.
you have to find it in you have to search in Serato in the it's harder to find it, but you can purchase it.
I mean,
it's
of
just a
course they're
little
gonna
bit-
want it
yeah.
to be subscription based,
Exactly.
of course.
So the Also on this update, the Pioneer DDJ RB, which was the record box version of the SB, SB2, and SB3. And the last update from the last time we talked, a few episodes ago, I mentioned that they did it for the Tractor S2 and S3, the DDJ 400, the DDJ 200, which is like, oh, okay, cool. They did it for the RB. So if you have a record book, a DDJ RB, you can use Serato DJ Lite or upgrade to Serato DJ Pro. These are full-fledged integration that unlock new powerful features like Serato stems, isolating vocals, bass, drums, melodies. We already know that because we're DJs. You get access to the stems, effects, and the pads and all the stuff like that. I saw a video. It's on God can go to Instagram, Serato's Instagram. Destruct did a great video on how to use it if you have a Z2. Now, here's the only thing that I'm going to tell y'all out there in the YouTube world.
Uh-oh.
You have to pay for it, number one. And please, do not think because you have a Z2 that's 12 years old that you can use your 12-year-old computer. It will not work. Disclaimer. You need a computer that's able to run
Somebody
the
will
latest
try and do
update.
it.
There will be someone out there.
Will try and do it.
It ain't working.
I've been on Reddit for the past 24 hours, so trust me.
2012 back.
Oh, so you've seen already?
I already seen the madness, like So, and here's the thing though, and it's not just that update is actually for a lot of people. So, and I update all my gear. I update every time there's a new update. I update. And you don't have to update. A lot of DJs are like, oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, does. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. But for what I've done and what I've been doing with the DJ plug and myself is that I have to keep up with every update.
As soon as it comes out.
When you call me with a heartbroken message that you did something wrong, now I have to figure it out. So with that being said, the recent updates for that particular update is support for the 404 Mark II that we talked about last time, that Roland beat machine.
The SP.
The SP404 Mark II. The Apple Music streaming support, the XDJ AZ support, and Sequoia support. What that means is that they're fixing the bugs. So the bugs that got fixed that caused Serato DJ to crash when Flip was being played or recorded, a fixed bug that turned off the effects for all the decks when the effects assigned switch was moved quickly on the 400. Fixed bug that prevented Apple Music login if the system clock was ahead. You know how many DJs on Reddit were like, I can't get Apple Music to work? And then I didn't realize that because their clocks weren't on automatic for their particular time, it wouldn't log them in to Apple Music. So if you're the type of person who likes to be like, you know how there's people like, you know how there's people who like to be like 30 minutes ahead on their clocks or an hour ahead on their clock sometimes?
I mean, I don't know anybody.
Oh no, my mom. Growing up, my mom used to be 15 minutes ahead. So the clock, whatever. So if I knew I had to be at 2:00, if it was 2:15, I still had another 15 minutes.
I mean, I get it, back a couple of years ago, but now that everything is literally synchronized, you have to literally put everything 15. That's a lot. Your computer, you watch your phone.
You have to physically do that. So I'm assuming that people will physically change the time without it actually being on automatic, and it wasn't because of that. It wasn't allowing them to log in. So and then a bug that caused Apple Music albums and playlists not to show if the unnamed playlist or album is present. So those are, really good fixes of what it needs for this particular update. I did do it. Last week, I actually had a problem DJing when I covered Ricky.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my controller just crapped out in the middle of the DJ.
Not Ricky finding out now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Oh, no. It's okay.
Shit. Is everything okay?
Yeah, no.
Madly.
No, thankfully that there is a controller there.
1 week later.
Yeah, thankfully there is a controller there, and it took me like less than 5 minutes to set it up. And
so your controller just
in the middle of me dealing with stems, like in the middle of me doing some type of transition and We know we have that person who talks to us all the time. Something happened, and I hit the button, and that shit said, doop. Nope, not today.
You could just restart the controller?
I tried restarting the controller. I turned it off. I unplugged it, turned it back on. It was not connecting. So that controller right now is not being used until I figure out what's going on with it. But thankfully, there was a controller there.
You had to use Old Faithful?
I had to use Old Faithful.
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. Yeah. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. I'm gonna get
her some Starburst for those fader caps.
Oh no, she's about to get some. I'm gonna buy new fader caps because I'm gonna be using her next week.
For Old Faithful.
Oh yeah, you gotta cover me next week.
I gotta cover you next week, so I'm gonna make sure that I get some fader caps ordered tonight, so I can have
or a pack of Starburst. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
Nah, I thought I had some knobs. I thought I had knobs left from like hanging around the shop. They're somewhere in storage, but I'm just going to order.
You will probably pick out all the red ones, too, all the specific colors, and just use those Starburst.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't want multiple colors, just one color.
One color Starburst on this board, and I swear if y'all change the color, we pissed.
I'm going to just buy 5 black.
And then if you get, if you get sets,
it's going to be 5.
Buy black.
This is be black. It ain't my controller. I'm just going to buy, whose controller is it even, you know? I actually thought it was Johnny's because he texted me, asking me, did you leave it? And I was like, yeah.
I'm going to drop off some Starburst on Wednesday night for you.
I don't need that.
You're going to get snacky. You're going to thank me later for that.
In the middle of the set, takes out the crossfader.
He's like, you know what? I was talking a lot of shit about these fader caps, but damn, he left me the red.
It ain't a bad idea.
He said, yeah, I love the...
I can't stand the both of you.
Episode 10, baby.
Yes, go. Relevant material. Also, old school DJs, if you guys don't understand the Starburst reference, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I'm not using that, and I will be buying fader caps for Old Faithful. Because I'm going to be using Old Faithful every single time I have to play there. Because if all I have to do is bring my laptop, that's
I mean, listen, I will use Old Faithful if you're going to go ahead and give her an oil change. Yeah,
I'm gonna get her all new caps.
Everybody's going to start using Old Faithful.
Old Faithful ought to get miles on it.
Oh yeah,
out of my own pocket. Is it the venues controller?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Gotcha.
So everybody's been bringing their own.
Yeah.
I don't like getting paper cuts when I'm cutting. Just saying. Just saying.
They have an innovator cap, and it doesn't really fit over those type of those.
Yeah, no.
The innovator caps don't fit over the crossfader that much.
They don't.
That well. So
wait, what model is Old Faithful?
Z2.
SZ2.
Oh, which is great because it has
still a great controller.
It's still a great controller because it has the post fader effects.
Yeah,
which is great.
I'm not talking shit about the controller.
No, it's just the condition that Old Faithful's in.
No, it's just
similar to the condition of some of the other equipment that you and I DJ on other places.
Yeah, it's just a simple fact. And here's the thing about those particular. A lot of people either you stole. It's hard to steal caps off of those. Because they have the P-lock.
Yeah, they have that.
So whoever popped those off,
they knew what they wanted and what they were going for.
Damn.
Because, or they were just banging on them things and they finally just popped off with the P-lock.
Well, hold on. Is it multiple of them that are gone?
Yeah,
there's 3.
It's one thing that's one pops off.
Technically, it's
channel 1 and 2.
That you have to take out the lock?
It's channel 3. It's channel 1, 2, and 3.
Look at that.
4 still has its own, which is the silver. Because SZ had silver knobs. I can always buy silver knobs for it. And then the crossfader.
Definitely the crossfader.
Yeah. So, but the crossfader has the innovator one on there.
But lights and everything, LEDs, everything works.
Yeah, it works.
No, everything works on it.
So then somebody definitely went after those.
Yeah, everything works. Faceplate's a little, scratchy.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's all faithful.
Yeah, it's all faithful though.
Yeah, no, she's good.
Hey, she came in clutch when you needed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's what
I mean. I keep that controller. Well, I don't keep that. The venue keeps it back there. But when I run into those problems.
Yeah.
Get over here, Old Faithful.
Come here,
we're going to give you some love today.
Sweetheart.
She got her own case and everything. She got her own case.
She stays protected.
I just didn't. I thought, and I'm going to tell you the truth, I thought it was Johnny's controller.
Now the venue acquired that one.
So when he texted me, he was like, yo, did you use the controller? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, well, we bring our own. I was like, oh, my bad, bro. I thought it was your controller. And I figured you set it up. He said, oh, no, I bring my own. I was like, oh, okay.
They use revs. Well, I use the rev.
Yeah, you use a
I
Rev.
use a Rev.
Dang,
And then
everybody
he
was
uses his Rev.
neglecting
Okay.
Old Faithful.
And then I think Chris brings
He brings his
turntables.
Yeah, he brings his turntables.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, so I'll be the only one using Old Faithful.
Thank you for reviving Old Faithful.
Everybody needs Old Faithful. I
You know what?
appreciate
I said, you know
Although,
what? I said,
back to Starburst would have been fine.
I mean, for what I'm getting paid for over there, I'm just gonna let it be, and I'm gonna rock with it, and just take,
a
take
couple
it out
cuts in it. Oh, okay.
No. Like I'm gonna pay for
Yeah,
it, so I can have it here by next week.
Hey,
You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay for it tonight.
yeah.
thank you for refurbishing Old Faithful.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna show
Mighty
up
kind of you, sir.
and do
For
what I gotta
real.
do, baby. That's all I can say. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. So
So speaking of that, all right. This past weekend, a lot of DJs working hard because it was Cinco, or I should say, this past Monday. It wasn't even on it, but some people celebrate on Sunday, right?
There's some places that were going all weekend long till Monday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
There's some people who celebrate Cinco started like last Thursday, which is wild. I like Cinco, right? I personally love Cinco. The question I gauged, and the reason why I love Cinco is that's my favorite. We'll call it like
drinking holiday.
drinking holiday. I guess there's really no other way to put it, right?
Yeah.
Cinco is my favorite drinking holiday to play for. All right. I have my reasons, but I want to pose the question to the room as well as, what is your favorite drinking holiday to DJ for, and why?
That's the key part right there. To DJ for drinking
DJ
holiday,
for.
I love New Year's Eve, but to
drink?
DJ,
To drink?
of course. But to DJ it, well, actually, yeah, to drink Cinco, but to DJ it too, yeah, Cinco is up there. I'm not, even though it's New Year's and
So you
greats
say
are great,
so-
but Cinco, I would say Cinco too. To actually drink, well, perform and then drink, not drink and then perform.
Is there an asterisk after this question, or
Yeah, let me rephrase that.
Yes.
Perform,
and then
stay
and then,
hydrated with water, Topo Chicos,
to Topo Chico and then go.
and then allow the tequila to come in. Yeah,
So you would say Cinco over New Year's Eve?
yeah,
Play?
because I prefer New Year's Eve. If it's
Now, is it because you both are Latin?
That's racist.
that is, but we'll accept it because it's you.
Well,
Here's the
because
thing,
it's
right?
you.
Okay, but here's the thing. I think it's weird that it became such a popular drinking holiday, similar to St. Patrick's Day, when in Mexico, I don't think
They don't celebrate it. They don't celebrate it.
It's just a
I've heard
US
some
thing.
people even call Cinco like Mexican Independence Day, and I'm like,
Yeah, no. So
It's not.
Mexican
It's
Independence
not.
Day
Right.
is different
Different-
from
yeah,
so
yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco. So it is a commercialized gringo holiday.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
say it. Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
All
Yeah.
right.
Question.
Because and like when we, like you DJ'd at a place, and then you and I hung out at a different place,
Right.
and I'm like, I'm gonna get me some food, and it's not necessarily because it's the holiday. It's because I'm actually at an actual Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
and
you
I'm like, and I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want some really good food.
Yeah.
So I ate there, and it was really some really good food
Yeah, it
that I
was.
definitely go
Yeah,
back there
yeah,
again
it's good.
to check it out, and try other things that they got. But I think for me, my favorite before I went sober was Thanksgiving Eve.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I didn't even think about that.
Because the thing for me is
Thanksgiving.
where I'm from. Because I
Thanksgiving.
think down here, Cinco de Mayo is a little bit bigger than it is in Connecticut.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of Mexican restaurants or whatever, but I barely DJ'd at those places.
You don't see block parties and all.
No,
that.
there's
Yeah,
really
they go all out.
Yeah, no, there's
over
not
here.
there's really no block parties like that. St. Patrick's Day up there is like
It's a
that.
big
Block
thing.
parties,
Yeah.
it's a huge thing in Connecticut. But Thanksgiving Eve is even bigger. And the reason why is because, and it took me a little bit to understand this, that everyone goes back home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you got
Compared to
everybody.
Christmas.
Right, you got everybody home. for Thanksgiving.
So even like I did my 10-year high school reunion the week of Thanksgiving. So I DJ'd Thanksgiving Eve. I flew into Connecticut,
Right.
DJ'd Thanksgiving Eve, hung out with my family on Thanksgiving, and then did my high school reunion that Saturday because everybody was going to be in town. And then we did an after party at a local bar that I used to DJ at, and we just brought everyone who was there at the high school reunion, and then anyone that couldn't afford a ticket for the high school reunion came to the party.
So it was popping that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
I
good.
would. I
So our
totally.
20th is coming up soon.
I totally forgot about Drinksgiving, like the night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
yeah.
And
But the question is to like I get what you mentioned from up north in Connecticut, But like over here, the events, like, do you see a lot of big events for that date?
For that Wednesday?
For that Wednesday?
I don't
Wednesday?
feel like it's as big as it is down here.
No, not
Right.
unless you're like.
Because most of the people that come here, they go back to where
When
they
I
come from.
when I DJ downtown regularly, yes.
Really?
That Wednesday was, you would think was.
But when did it change? When do you think it changed?
Um,
Do you think COVID changed that, or do you think
Downtown
just
changed.
downtown changed?
I think. See, I can't speak as a whole because I think that the night before Thanksgiving is probably still popping, Connecticut, and I know definitely back where I'm from, like back up north.
Yeah.
In like the Philly area, it is definitely a very poppin' night for sure to go out.
But what about here?
Here, I
Right.
think just the downtown climate kind of changed.
Okay.
That whole percentage. It's still. I mean, I know a lot of people that still went out the night before Thanksgiving this year. Don't get it twisted. Like it's.
Oh, of course.
It's popping. It's
Yeah.
busy, but you would see downtown look like a prime Saturday night that Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slammed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like you wouldn't even know what night it was because downtown was just a movie. That was leading all the way through COVID for sure when I was downtown, at least 4 or 5 nights a week DJing. And then post COVID, it kind of started slowing down, but it picked back up, because post COVID when I was still DJing downtown for a good couple of years, it was still definitely popping. And then I think the climate downtown kind of changed that out a little bit. But I don't even think it's not my favorite holiday to play for. You know what I mean? I would still say Cinco.
What
You
other?
throw your own party at your own house.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Correct.
You do your own Friendsgiving.
Yeah. So for me, I look at that like for me.
But you're not technically DJing.
But I'm not
out.
DJing, right? Like I'm not
Right.
exactly.
Well, someone DJs.
Somebody does.
Someone DJs.
Somebody I
Hey, the
know
equipment
very.
is there.
Somebody I know very well. I like.
Someone
I mean,
DJs.
and we'll talk.
Might
we'll
not
talk
be
about
you,
this.
but
Yeah,
Someone ends up.
Look, a DJ can't have a party without a DJ, right? Does that
A DJ DJing.
Yeah, like what kind of party is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna throw a big ass party and not have a DJ.
Are you doing Memorial Day this year? Or is Memorial Day
this
paused?
year it's kind of paused.
Okay,
you know?
that's fine.
It makes sense. Everybody knows
Yeah.
why, but
Yeah.
there'll be a little something in lieu of that, right? And there will still be a DJ, by the way. So
Yeah. I know.
one of them is right next to me.
Hey.
So, and the other one probably is too.
Yeah.
So, hey, DJs throw their own parties. I think it's because also, like, we're at an age now where, like, the night before Thanksgiving, like, oh, I'm going to go out and get lit. But back then, I 100% agree with you. Back in the day, for sure, that would be probably, like, number 3 for me. Number 1 being Cinco. It just gives you an excuse. Sounds so bad. Gives you an excuse to play Spanish music and, like, but white people don't care.
Yeah.
They just jump around and bounce to it.
They're like,
It doesn't matter what it is.
But that's
like,
my whole thing that I didn't understand moving down here.
I love this
Because
song.
it's like, when I moved down here, I remember the first year I played here. I was DJing in St. Pete at Mesa. And I was like, what is
For Cinco?
For Cinco.
Okay.
I got booked for Cinco.
Okay.
I think it's called Mesa.
Yeah.
And I played. It was outdoors. I'm playing, and all it was white people
Hey,
Having a blast.
having a
Time of their
blast.
life.
Coronas,
Modelos,
Modelos,
Tequila, dos
tequila shots.
And I'm like,
1800 on the
I'm like,
rocks.
what in the
Yeah.
Donald
Bring
Trump
Jose
is
Cuervo.
going
It don't
on
matter.
Where's
here?
my buddy Jose?
This is like the one time they don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want the wall to be built.
Nope,
Like,
nope,
it
nope.
doesn't
They don't
make
give a
sense.
Everybody's
damn.
welcome.
They
Like,
don't-
no,
they
that
coming
day
around.
for 24 hours,
Suave
politics
Mente.
do not matter
At all.
At all.
Nope. And that's why I love Cinco.
It unites everybody.
That's why the hell I love Cinco, man. Go ahead. Oh, I love this Suave Mente. I know this song. Like, you can't
That's big.
Somehow everybody is merengue dancing, salsa
everybody
dancing.
dances that day. Can you play some Daddy Yankee for me? Like,
Who's not Mexican?
No. And they don't even ask for Mexican music. Mariachi comes around. Oh, let's go. Like,
Everybody
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
to wear the mariachi hat. That's what the
wear the
world.
sombreros,
Everybody wants to
yeah.
you
wear.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have so much fun playing in a Cinco room because it gives me an excuse to do whatever the hell I want in a Latin arena.
Okay.
And nobody gives a damn.
Well, what's your number 2 then? Because you said number 3 is
Number 3 back in the day would have been the night before Thanksgiving, not
okay.
now.
So what would be number 2 and number 3 right
Number 2 would definitely say be New Year's. Like New Year's Eve is always energy, always energy.
Yeah.
And I play a pretty big party on New Year's Eve every year, Tory, and that's a lot of fun.
Okay,
like
yeah.
I have, it's grown and sexy vibes. You know, I can play R&B, I can play Latin, so I have a lot of fun. New Year's Eve. I do. Not always, but
That's what I was gonna say. New Year's Eve. It all depends on the venue, where you're at, the crowd that you're in.
I've had some shitty New Year's Eve, and fun fact, I hate New Year's Eve as a whole.
That's why I was.
I dislike New Year's Eve. Like I just don't like it. Like it's like you're by yourself, and I used to be like watching working, and everybody's
being with family is one thing, and you being able to do everything.
Like
but
you
working
with your
it,
family, but working it, and you're there by yourself, and none of your family can come, or your significant other's not there, or whatever. You just sitting there watching them pop champagne and give kisses, and you're like, and then you play the All Lang Syle, whatever the hell that name is song.
The countdown into that.
You know, but as of recently, the last few years I've been playing New Year's Eve. It's been a good time. And most of the time I'll have friends come out. So I'm not rocking by myself.
Okay.
There's people who come out and support. You know, just like any DJ gig, you do want your friends. It just makes it a lot more fun than if you're by yourself.
And then what's your third?
Number 3 would be the night before Thanksgiving back in the day. But now would probably be either St. Patty's or would it be Halloween.
Okay. I don't like playing Halloween because I grew up in a weird religious house.
Oh, your mom was...
No, my mom was very influenced.
Hallelujah.
By others. My mom was very influenced by others growing up when it came to certain things, and my father was too. So Halloween in my house was Hallelujah nights.
Oh man!
So like we go to church, we go to church, we pray.
No, wow! Don't wow him.
No, it's not a bad wow.
You sounded like it was like a wow.
Bad wow. I had neighbors like that, and my neighbor like that.
And you went trick or treating, and they were like,
they would put the door. They're like,
they have a sign on the door.
No offense, we don't believe in Halloween. No candy.
Like it's always
it's fine.
Because there are the thing about. I feel like with Halloween, there's 3 parts of Halloween. There is the slutty version.
I was going to say, my birthday is right before Halloween. I want to hear this.
So there's the...
Netix is trying to get slutty.
Slutty up in this. There's the slutty Halloween.
Which one is going to come?
Which person in Netix are you going to get this year?
So, because here it goes. Because it goes guys and girls too.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's the guys that are like, because I remember when I was in college, because when I got to college,
did you get?
No, I wore a.
Des got slutty.
My whole life. I was pointing to this.
So 1 year. So 1 year. So I'll say. So 1 year.
Parties.
So 1 year, I came in as a breathalyzer test.
I'm sorry. Excuse
me. Wait, what?
Yeah. So there was a suit. It was a breathalyzer test suit, and it had a little nozzle at the bottom and all that. I got a picture. We could throw it up on the screen.
Yo, put the picture. Put the picture up on the screen right now. Please put the picture up.
So I wore that. I wore that for 4 years in college.
Back to back.
And then, because
you recycled the costume.
Recycled the costume.
Oh,
there's a reason why I've been using this for years.
Every year,
listen, I was always big
on the breathalyzer every year.
So the 5th year, I decided.
Oh shit!
I showed up as a penis.
Whoa! You upgraded from the breathalyzer.
Here's the problem. So party.
He went from not just blowing. Y'all gonna touch me all night long.
Listen.
I was not ready for this.
I know a lot of people aren't. So
best topic in episode 10.
Episode 10.
Just so you know,
that
episode's not, that photo is not even on the internet no more. But
it's about to be on YouTube.
Pop that one up on the screen.
Wait,
which one? The breathalyzer or the penis?
No, the penis one. That one's not. You can't find it. It's completely gone.
But you have it, don't you?
No, I don't have it.
Is it in the deep dark des web?
It's in the darkest web that will never show back up ever in life.
We should totally post it on episode 10.
I'm hiring a private investigator.
I don't have it.
Don't lie to us.
No, because
you started this episode when we're your bestest friends ever.
Yeah, we are your best friends.
If it were to be somewhere, it would end up still being on MySpace.
God.
Yes. But that's it.
Sheesh.
But here's the thing, right? So listen to me. This is how it happened. So Halloween, whatever that
the Halloween 5th year after the 4 years of
the Halloween store, they had a black one and they had a white one.
Oh God!
Exactly. This is how it's funny about it.
Man.
So I was trying to find a black one, and I couldn't find a black one.
Pause. You out here looking for?
Bro, I know it's just a tip podcast, but
Yeah, this literally.
I know.
It's literally the tip now.
So here's the thing. Well, we got 60 minutes of a podcast. We gotta show this up sometimes.
No, I think the people are gonna love this. This is good stuff. This is good stuff right here. It's 100% DJ related.
But anyways, but I got the white one. Showed up to the gig wearing the white one as a gag, right? And these 4 white dudes walk in with the black one on.
Oh no!
that's why they were gone.
Oh man!
So there's a photo of this photo no longer
nuts.
exists.
Don't tell me all 4 of you.
But all 5 of us took a picture together.
Multicultural.
Yes, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
See,
It was
you
hilarious.
realize this man's story started out with, we used to go to church on Halloween.
Yes.
And then,
Yeah, no.
I was dressed
And
up
then I
as
went to college.
And then I
white penis.
Then I got
White
to
penis at that.
college and things changed. And that's what happens when you
So
go to college.
would you
people.
say that you enjoy playing on Halloween?
No, because
Because of penises?
No. So as I got older, it was like I only did it because I was DJing and I dressed up because I got DJing.
Did you DJ as a penis?
Yeah, I literally DJ'd I literally was in the suit.
Boo.
You imagine in the DJ booth just a penis?
Yeah, how am I supposed to dap this up right now?
Those blow up ones, like it has a little fan, so the fan
Inflatable
inflates it and stuff.
Dick. Like, holy shit,
Imagine the
man.
power just goes up real quick and it's like,
Now you got
No, but no, it's battery powered.
Right on the DJ.
It's
Y'all
it's
give it
battery
up for
powered.
DJ Lip Dick.
But here's the thing. At a time, as I got older,
Oh man,
one of my friends got me this pen, and it's an orange little
this
pen.
is gonna get worse. I have a feeling.
It doesn't.
yeah, me too.
The pen says, "This is my Halloween costume." So I just come in like I am now, with a black T-shirt and jeans with the pen.
I think
call it a day.
you need this year. You need to run the dick back. Pause.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I
Just one time,
so
bro.
I did
Just
Halloween
one
this
time.
year at Vasco just because they pay good.
Oh, that's a family-friendly establishment. You can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But can he?
But can you?
you know what? Actually, I wore this year one of my Power Ranger T-shirts, and then I had like
That's family-friendly.
Yeah, and I
right.
had my Power Morpher on the DJ booth and everything.
You
like
get off
that.
of work at 12 over there, right?
Yeah, on that
All right.
Thursday. It was a
Yeah,
Thursday.
man.
So I got-
Let's
I
see
got
the
home.
after-hours costume then. You know what I'm saying?
Going home and going to bed.
No.
That's
You got to run
what
it back
that
one
is.
more time. Come to K.
This year, I'm actually going to be going to the UK. So,
All right, so you definitely need to. Yeah. Hey, bro, you know what you need to do.
No, this year I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna go overseas and chill.
For Halloween?
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be gone for
That's
probably the
what's
whole
up.
month of October.
I'm interested to see what it's like over there. Like an Americanized.
So what I was saying was
Halloween worldwide. It's a
So
worldwide
it's a
holiday,
world-
right?
for the
most
most part.
part.
Worldwide
That's what I
holiday.
was saying. Like, there's 3 parts of Halloween. There's the slay part. Then there's like the
We just went through. That's the slutty
We
part.
definitely went through the slutty
no,
part.
there's like the fun. There's like the fun. The kids dress up. They go trick or treating.
Right. Okay, the family-friendly part.
Friendly.
Yeah.
And then you go, or you go to like Salem and you go and do all that stuff.
Yeah, I like
But
that
then
stuff.
there's like the Satanist part is what I was told why
What
we
you brought
shouldn't.
up.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the way it's the
With
same.
your mom,
It's like,
yeah, okay.
they're like, oh, they're in the woods and summoning devils and
Oh, damn.
demons and da 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 da, and that's where the Hallelujah night started.
Hallelujah.
Where it's like, oh, you gotta check your kids' candy because there's razor blades or
Oh,
they're
yeah, I
putting
remember
drugs
all
and
that.
stuff. So
Careful with the anthrax Skittles.
So Hallelujah night, you show up and they give you candy from church because the church people are the ones that bought the candy.
Those are the ones that give you the granola bars and
granola bars or it's like a little mini Snickers.
Yeah,
So
that's it, like-
see, here's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but some people do, some people don't. Both my parents worked for chocolate factories.
Oh,
So-
they used to get the good candy.
Yeah,
then.
my life was literally a box of chocolates, literally.
Wow.
My mom worked for
took
Hershey.
that saying literally.
Yeah, like my mom worked for Hershey. My father worked for Nestle.
Wow.
Yeah, I
And
would have
then
been
when
the
he was
happiest
swapped-
kid ever.
And then when they swapped, when they would swap for my visitations, they would give each other whatever
Candies?
person. Yeah. So like my dad was a big
that's
Twizzler.
lit.
Like my dad likes Twizzlers. So like my dad likes Twizzlers. My mom likes banana Laffy Taffies. So they would swap like these big giant like I don't know where's
Tubs.
Tubs.
the
Yeah.
tubs
Yeah, the ones that came in the
yeah the tubs.
The tall
So
boys.
yeah.
The tall
Yeah.
boys.
So like they would do that on like when I would do visitation with my dad. They would swap them like swap candy with the kids. So my life was literally a box of chocolate.
For Halloween, would you say as a DJ that you put a lot more effort into your costume because you're DJ? Cause I do, but I want to see if I'm crazy. Obviously, I'm not, cause this man dressed as a penis. So I want to see. I want to hear from medics before I say what
I mean,
say.
I've dressed as the blow up dinosaurs. I've dressed as
Is that comfortable?
no.
Gotcha.
No,
See, the
anything
thing about the
inflatable.
penis, it was
No.
just straight up.
No, that the dinosaur. All you see is you have the little plastic window. You're like,
Pause.
oh real?
No better.
He's just going in on it.
Just straight up.
It was just straight up.
I
He
mean,
just flipped the switch.
yeah.
It was straight up. Just,
I mean,
get it? You hit the switch?
It just instant. He
4
said
hours.
instant, bro.
For 4 hours.
4 hours deep. You know those Radio Shack AAA, the Radio Shack AA
And then
batteries
batteries
don't
on
work.
the
The batteries are.
Yeah.
Did you paint them blue to add to the?
No,
add to the base?
on some real, I wanted to paint it like a brownish color, but I didn't know how to do like fabric paint at that time.
Oh man.
And the girl that I dated was like, "Yo, this is too big of a costume." For
Oh, I
us."
thought you were gonna say something.
No, she said it was too big of a costume to paint it. So we were trying like when the idea came for that costume, it was literally like that week.
What the hell did your girlfriend wear as the costume? You're walking around as a penis.
Like a fairy or something. I did at that
Fairy
time.
walking next to a big ass
Next to a big
penis.
ass
No, because she came in with her girlfriends. I was already like, no, like she. The one thing about
multiple fairies attracted to
So no. So here's the thing, right? In my relationships, if I'm in a relationship, I tell the person who I'm with, like, hey, if I'm DJing, you could come and bring your friends or whatever. That's fine.
But I'm gonna be a penis.
No, because they're not gonna.
No,
come.
he
Here's
said
the
it differently.
thing.
I'm going to be a dick.
Well, no. Because you guys know how when you guys DJ and you have a significant other,
Yeah.
they come with you
Or they come with friends.
or they come with friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I make them come with friends because I gotta be there by 9 o'clock sometimes to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna come that early.
They're not trying to come there.
No, they ain't gonna pull.
Or be there the whole.
Or the entire time
Exactly.
they get bored. Yeah,
So
but
her and her girlfriends, whoever it was at the time, her and her girlfriends, they dressed up as fairies, and yes, I showed up.
So it was multiple fairies
There's multiple fairies,
with
bro.
a penis in between.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even mad at Dez's penis hustle pause.
Not the penis also.
There ain't no hustle about it. It was just, hey,
What do you mean? You had multiple fairies next to you and you were just standing up.
That's not how I saw
no,
it.
I'm not saying that. No, I don't think we took a picture with the girls. I think the girls just did a picture themselves.
You just wanted the picture with the multiple penises.
They wanted the photo for me. I didn't even want the photo. They wanted it.
You were just there like, oh.
Because it was just funny that it was just like I'm the black guy in a white penis costume, and they're the white guys in a black penis costume. And it wasn't like brown as my skin color. It was literally the color black.
This shit would be so canceled today. It's not even funny.
Right?
Yeah.
That's.
So-
I mean, like I said, I'm not mad at it because one
It
year,
was literally a gag.
I've done that. I've done those before. That's why it's funny. Well, one year I went as an iPhone, right?
Did you make it or did you buy it?
I made it.
Okay.
I
All right,
made
that's cool.
this damn costume,
Yeah.
right?
Did you
And
talk on it?
y'all could talk on it.
Okay.
And if they
Was the
wanted,
mouthpiece near the other piece as a gag gift type of thing or no?
yes, the home button was placed very conveniently.
Okay. See? Exactly.
And so all night there were girls that would, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to make the apps light up, you have to press the home button,
Yeah.
and it would light up.
Okay.
Which is why Halloween goes down as my number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that
Okay.
So that in turn is where
So is Halloween for you your second or your third because it's your birthday nearby?
Yeah, Halloween is definitely second. Second. Third will probably be if it's if everything is aligned right, it'd probably be New Year's. And if yeah, so
Okay.
Cinco, Halloween.
Have you guys ever DJ'd on Christmas Eve? Or on Christmas? I've done both.
Those are
But like corporate events,
Yeah,
or
I was
like
gonna say,
No,
like
bars
and
like,
clubs.
I've done both. I've DJ'd a club on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And I've
Okay.
DJ'd a bar on Christmas after dinner. Like, it was like one of the only bars that was open in Tampa at the time on Christmas. And I think that year Christmas was on a Sunday. So she was like, you don't have to if you don't want to. And my family wasn't here just yet that year. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I'll do it. So, and surprisingly, because we were
busy.
It was busy because we
busy.
were the only
Yeah.
bar
open.
open.
Yeah.
So, that was a good, that was a good.
I seen that. So I'm Hispanic, so it's illegal for me to DJ on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you're not leaving the house.
Yeah.
I get the same
It's-
from
yeah.
my parents.
Unless it's for the family, that's different.
Right.
Which I have DJ.
No, that's what I meant. Like, leaving
DJ
the house, like you're staying with the family.
We are not allowed to do that. Christmas Eve, yeah. Now Christmas Day,
That's crazy that you mentioned that because you would stay till midnight, Christmas
Yeah.
Eve, and then open
know how
up
it goes.
gifts. Yeah, of course.
yeah, you know how it goes. So it goes
You're not
into-
leaving Christmas
yeah.
Eve.
Noche buena is noche buena. Like you are not
I got you.
Yeah.
partying.
Do y'all do the 7 fishes like the Italians do?
7 fishes.
What?
Yeah, it's like 10 fishes. The Italians do this thing. It's like
What do you like?
10 fish. You have to eat, so you only eat fish on Christmas Eve.
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
There's a like depending on the countries, they got like the grapes that you gotta eat. There's some that will have the lentils. Others grab
Yeah.
the suitcases and do
The
the
suitcases,
roundabout,
yeah,
the
yeah.
block.
That's a.
You
that's-
have
yeah. There's a.
some have like
There's different traditions.
Yeah, there's
for
there's
Oh, okay.
Hispanics.
yeah.
Yeah, like the we used to go visit this Italian family before I moved here, and they did 7 out of the 10, and it's all like different types of fishes that you have to eat on Christmas Eve. I don't know if it's for Jesus or whatever, but I thought that was cool. So I didn't know if because
Yeah,
I know you're
Christmas,
Colombian
like-
and you're Puerto Rican.
It's
so I
like
didn't know if
Christmas
y'all
around the
were doing-
world type deal.
Yeah,
But
there's a bunch of different
Christmas
traditions everywhere.
is not a big like actual Christmas Eve and Christmas is not a big DJ day for me because of the fact that it's mostly family
Family, yeah.
Yeah.
time. So I've never. I think maybe only one time have I maybe DJ'd on Christmas Eve and it was an early party. Like it was before the festivities started with
Yeah.
my family,
Okay.
and that was pretty much that was a ball gig. So I don't really count that.
Now, other holidays like Memorial Day, like we said,
4th of July,
4th of July,
Memorial
Labor
Day,
Day,
Summer,
Day.
okay,
Columbus Day.
Summer-
Like Columbus Day, ironically, in Connecticut,
Is it
Really?
There's a big
Yeah.
thing over there.
it's not big, but because here's the thing about Connecticut. The nightlife is different from here with times. So like for Orlando, it's 7 days a week. Alcohol ends at 2:00, right?
Right.
Tampa, alcohol ends at
3.
3.
Yep.
In Connecticut, Sunday through Thursday, 1:00.
So only Friday,
and
Saturday.
Saturday is 2:00. That's it.
Dang.
Massachusetts just changed theirs from Sunday to Saturday to 2:00 because they were just like us, not until 1 during the week, but they just changed theirs Sunday through Saturday till 2:00. And there's still people. There are a lot of people lobbying still in Connecticut trying to get it to change to 2 to get them the extra hour because we always had blue laws, even like alcohol sales from a liquor store on Sundays. It was kind of crazy. I remember this when I was in college. We couldn't get alcohol on Sunday because I went to school on the New York Connecticut border. We would literally
Go to New York.
go to New York.
Yep.
Go get it, put it in the trunk, and drive back.
Yeah.
You know how many people, state troopers
Yeah,
and
they
the
do
town
checks.
council
Yeah.
will pull you over
For that.
for that.
It's like prohibition. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
They'll
same
try to
thing.
see if they can get you for like open bottle or anything. As long as you kept it in the trunk,
You good.
And
you
it
were
was
good.
closed.
And it was closed.
Yeah.
You were good. Yeah,
Damn.
I got pulled
Wild.
over multiple times.
Yeah. They would have
Going over.
checkpoints. They would have checkpoints.
And
right up
literally
front.
the year after I left college was the year they finally so they extended the sale for Monday through Saturday for sales up to 10 because it ended at 9. So they extended it to 10, and then on Sundays it's like noon to 6 or something like that. But it's it's kind of crazy to think, and that was literally 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago they put this in, so it's like it's a lot has changed up there significantly. I mean, now they do like now that you can smoke marijuana up there legally compared to here, but it's a lot different. What I've noticed is the difference between the nightlifes between both states and New England compared to Florida. You know, like I'll get people that come down here like, yo, Des, we're down in Orlando. Like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I'm like, oh, where should we go? And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, well, you should go see. Like, what are you in the mood for? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we want to do this, but they gotta have hookah. Oh, okay, all right, cool. You need somewhere to have hookah. All right, let me remember what places do hookah. All right. These 4 places you can go to, they got hookah, and they got good DJ, and they got food. You're gonna have a good time. And they message me like, yo, Des, I had such a great time. Thank you so much. And then I get people that call me when they're in Miami, and they're like, yo, Des, you want to come and hang out? And I'm like, no.
No.
Why not? We're in Florida, and I'm like, do you know how big this state is?
Yeah.
Nah. You are 4 hours away from me.
They don't know about that in Connecticut.
I know that. And I have to explain that to them.
That's the whole thing.
And they're like, oh, so I had one dude. He was like, yo, I'm going to come and visit you. I said, come and visit me where? He's like, I'm going to drive up. Why? It's a 4-hour drive to see me DJ. You're going to probably hang for like 90 minutes and then have to drive another 4 hours back.
Now,
it ain't worth it.
The Brightline, okay, if you're going to stay for a day or two.
Oh, yeah. And this was when I was living in Tampa.
It was when catch a set. You know what I mean? It was a couple
yeah, but to drive 4 hours for like 1-2 hours and then drive back,
that's what you want to do. I didn't tell you to do it.
I'm not doing that.
I didn't tell you to do it.
I don't want to drive to Tampa to DJ half the time because the traffic's almost 3.
Yeah.
And it's only a 90-minute drive.
That I-4 traffic.
I-4 traffic ain't cool.
If you actually look at I-4 from Tampa to Orlando, it's literally 70 miles in between.
Yeah, but when you make that drive, it feels like
no. When you get to
a mile, if you're supposed to be doing almost a mile a minute, right? Just say a mile a minute. It's taking almost 3 hours.
It's that Disney transitioning part of Orlando, Disney, Davenport. That part is what.
Once you get past that,
yeah,
it's still. I mean, sometimes it is, but then you'll hit something in like.
Depending, obviously, the time.
Lakeland,
but yeah.
You know, then you might hit something getting into Tampa. Like, you know, I've had some. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I've had before. I've had to go up the Florida Turnpike and come down 75 just to get to Tampa on time, just to DJ.
I got PTSD thinking about it.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But, you know, speaking of holidays, as we talk, you throw your own holiday party every year.
Yep.
And what about these DJ curated parties that we got going on right now?
All right, I like this. So this
nice little segue going into it.
So this is as a DJ who throws and comes from an environment of my parents used to throw their own parties a lot. My dad was also a DJ. So like I feel like that's where I get it from, right? Shameless plug, me and Edix are working on a little something that is a DJ curated, will be a DJ curated party.
Okay.
Can't give too many details yet, but we are working on something. I think Orlando's hella late to the wave, right? I think so. I
don't think so because I feel like if not saying DJ curated, I believe that the promoters that wanted specific genres knew the correct DJs to put on. And I would say that's so let's not say DJ curated. Let's say curated was already here.
Curated was curated, yes.
Now the DJs are saying DJs forget the promoter.
Right, correct.
We can promote our own parties anyway.
We got to do this ourselves.
Because they're not that they're coming for us, but we already know what DJs are going to set the vibe for what we're looking for the particular party.
Right.
And my whole thing is I'm not going to call out these particular DJs, but I've been to a few of them, and they did a great job. DJs, get a laptop fan. DJs, get a Lasco fan. Because
overheating issues?
Overheating issues. Because you're DJing outside. A lot of these venues are outside.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to mention that. Because, like, it's one thing having a DJ curated party, a party with no promoters because the DJs are setting it up. But then there's not necessarily the theme, but the location and the timing. Because before we're used to like, okay, late night parties, like club hours.
Clubs. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Now, the curated parties are turning into those day parties, those
those day parties.
Those day parties, location,
parties.
Right.
The daytime parties.
Or the morning parties. Like the morning party downtown, it's like 9 a.m.
Yeah, but see, that party came from, guess where?
What, New York?
Damn right.
Gotcha.
That party came from New York, and now it's gaining traction nationwide, right? But I'm not sure, and I'm not sure too much about the 9 a.m. party. I don't think that's a DJ curated party. I'm not sure if a DJ started that party or not. Maybe. I have to look into that, but.
Talking about the starting, like, do you guys remember when it was like a living room? And it's just your close friends, and it's just the camera, and it's the curated theme of like we're here, we're all dressed up in
we're drinking,
this
we're,
color,
yeah,
YouTube parties,
right?
Yeah, it's just you. It's just Dez. Let's say you, me,
because that's also technically a curated party, but it's a very intimate setup.
You were recording that stuff back then?
Not
we. Not we. Just in general.
Yeah, right.
Oh, gotcha. Like
there is also
documented. Gotcha. Okay,
which those I think started evolving into like more unique.
Situations.
Not just situations, setups, locations, because it's not at a club anymore. It's at either an apartment or a location, in a living room, in a coffee shop, in a sandwich shop, and I've seen it like now. I've seen it in multiple different places that is like those places usually wouldn't have a DJ.
Yeah.
Now
they've evolved to having.
They've evolved to having a DJ and a different time frame of when that event is happening.
And I think that I guess they're doing it because it's a popular thing now.
You think it's just a wave? You think this wave is going to die out?
I don't think this wave is going to die out. Because here's my whole thing. Now, one of our DJ friends just did one at a donut shop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool that they did that. But you have to be consistent with this party every month.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like
if you're going to curate a party, you have to have the consistency. Yeah, you got to keep it going.
Consistency. Like, right. Then, like, I just went to H2O Island.
It's a water park.
It's a water park.
For those y'all don't know.
And they threw their own party. So, and they have a DJ at every single one. Like, this last one was more open format hip-hop. This one is coming up this Saturday, which is supposed to be EDM, you know. So, with that being said, the amount of parties that are out there, the one thing I try to tell people is, especially here living in Florida, and I've only been here for 9 years. I know y'all been here a little bit longer than me, but there are always something to do. There's always something to do in Florida. There's always something to do in Tampa, Orlando, in the majors, I would say major cities. Mm-hmm. Even like they just opened up a new food hall in Winter Haven. And I got friends that just moved out there from Connecticut. I'm like, yo, hit up this new food hall because this is something for y'all to do. So when people try to say, oh, you know, there's nothing to do, like a local is like, oh, there's nothing to do.
You're
it's
just
always
being
the same
picky.
thing. I'm like, you're just being picky.
Yeah.
Because I moved here and found things to do on a Monday night. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and we'll probably have either both or one of them on the podcast. But they mentioned how before COVID, it started slowly dying. Nightly, weekly parties during the week.
I think it had to do with the streaming, because that's when everything started with the streaming.
Yeah,
that's
how these curated parties.
COVID,
right?
Everybody was at home, and then everybody started doing their themed, COVID or quarantine party.
Yeah.
And then that evolved into like the living room party.
Yeah, just come vibe with me in my living room. Yes. I'm gonna create this series on YouTube.
It started.
Oh man, I'm getting mad plays. People are actually watching me do this with my friends at the house. You know what? I'm gonna take this to a venue.
But don't you think it's kind of weird? Like, cause like so another point was one little episode or snippet that I saw on Instagram or whatever, and the guy was like, "Don't you think that like they tell the people in the crowd when the person transitions to the next song, be like, oh, like
you think it's staged?
Yeah, like it's kind of like staged. Like,
sometimes it could seem like that, but at the same time, but at the same time, you got to remember, a lot of those people that are their friends, like family friends. So they're not gonna be like, they're not gonna look at you in the middle of the stream.
Bro, I need you to not look like an idiot on this stream for me.
Right? Yeah, they're not gonna call them out in the middle of the stream like, yo,
that transition wasn't good, my boy. Like
nobody's gonna pull out like a
kick his ass out of the house right now. Like,
right. So. Not necessarily it's a stage, but I think it's more of like the people are there to support, and they're not gonna
like the
burn
reactions
you.
are definitely over the top.
On some of the videos, yes,
but it worked because now we're in an era right now,
but like
where curated parties are.
But it's over. But here's my thing. I'm gonna cut you off. It's over the top, even when the transition's trash.
Yeah, but we're saying that because we're just DJs who don't know them.
Right. Some of them don't even have a clue that the transition. They're not technically knowledgeable of that transition. To them,
because I've watched a lot of
friend
these.
is the best DJ in the world. Who's
correct.
And there's full support, which is by all means. That's
but what's fueling not all of these? What I feel is what's fueling not all these DJ curated parties, right? Not all of them, but some of them is something like that, where like you approach a venue, right? And I'm like, watch this. And the venue's looking at it, and he's like, hey, there's a lot of people in this house. This thing has 20,000 views. Okay. Like, and the venue's like, yeah, you can do that here. Sounds good. I'm going to make some money. So, bet.
Yeah.
And that's how the birth, you would say, of DJ Curated Party happens.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with me on this, that the globalization of music and sounds now, the accessibility of it, and how the transitioning of the music has gone from like obviously like hip hop house into like Afro house into Amapiano into world sounds, has that helped evolve those type of curated theme parties
like
into
soul
like
selection,
right, into like very specific niched genres, music.
Like was it Pangea? Mm-hmm. Like those groups like Pangea. So like I was just talking to like Koo the other day. He was telling me about a few different parties that he's been doing. And one of them was like an Amapiano, Afro house curated. And those people have already been doing it since the pandemic.
Right. Some people were early to the wave.
You know, it's like, it's even like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I'm going to sound crazy and a lot of people are going to be in the comments for me or whatever, but there's a group of guys out of New York and they threw a Juneteenth party. Now, their Juneteenth party literally went from being in a park for free, turned into a huge festival.
I mean,
you know, in like 5 years, which is great for them by all means. Right. It's like, to me, it's like kind of weird because this is a newly governmented holiday now, and then everyone and their mom is throwing a Juneteenth party.
I mean, what's the difference between that and like President's Day party? Or Columbus Day party.
No, I think it's more of like people jumping on trends. Like if they notice that trend is working.
You take a holiday and you
jump on the trend.
Jump on it.
Jump
on it. You know, and
Indigenous People Day party.
You never know. Everybody dresses indigenous people and they're partying out there. Pass me the Native 42 right now, baby. Let's go.
Native 42.
Yeah, like I honestly, like it's whatever. Trends has a huge play on these curated parties. Gotcha. One of them being coffee shops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a coffee shop next to my old shop. They opened a new location and they're doing House and Coffee. It's called House and Coffee.
Right. So
and they've been doing that as a once a month.
Right. And now, and that's not the first one, but there's ones before that, and that's a wave that started different places, and then Orlando is now starting to pick up that trend and put it on whatever flair they want to put on.
There's like a few venues that started their own vinyl bars, and now everybody has a vinyl bar.
Right. The hi-fi, all this.
Yeah, all that. Right. Like that's what I mean when I go back to say Orlando's kind of late to some of these waves, right? Because
do you think Orlando is late because they want to be late, or Orlando's late because nobody's putting the money into it until they finally want to put money into it?
They need to see some type of I feel like it's at a point that they need to see some type of like
result. This
is already happening. Now we should invest into it and create instead of believing, because a lot of other locations, I guess, you have a lot more of that. You know, let's push for that new thing to give it a try.
Yeah.
Let's support it.
The risk. Orlando doesn't like the risk.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
They don't like Orlando's a safe city.
So not that we're late to the trends. It's just once it's already trending and you can somewhat see you can make something out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's give it a try.
Yeah. Like I didn't know what Service Industry Night was until I was about 22 years old, and one of the casinos in Connecticut. Now, mind you, the casino in Connecticut, both casinos from my house, is almost an hour and like 30 minutes, and they in the middle of nowhere. Like I got to go through the woods and around the corner, and it's a lot. And
not the woods.
Yeah, no, it's literally, you got to drive, like you're literally driving through the woods. You're driving through towns. It's crazy. Like you're driving to the highway, and you get off the highway, and you're just driving in woods, and then you see a town, and then you go past the town, and then there's a casino in the middle of the woods. It's not like how the casino.
You pull up off of I-4.
Yeah, no, it's not like that.
This man lives
like
in Fargo.
Mohegan and Foxwoods are literally in the middle of nowhere. So Foxwoods would do a service industry night. It was their service industry night was Tuesdays, and
instead of Mondays.
Yeah, it was Tuesdays, and I don't know why specifically they picked Tuesdays, but like even when I was 21, because it was at Shrine. So I actually the one time I went to Shrine, the one time I actually dressed up to go to Shrine because men had to have hard bottoms. That was the #1 rule. Men had to have hard bottoms on. No sneakers, no boots.
That would have been a great place for your inflatable.
You had to have hard bottoms on. So, but they had
leave it alone.
We beyond that. But
you just wanted to hear it again.
They had like people like Jazzy Jeff and like AM was one of like when they first opened. AM was one of their very first.
So it was
DJs.
a premier venue.
It was a premier venue in Connecticut. But like I had so many people like, yo, we're going to the casino this weekend, and I'm like, y'all got a hotel room? Cause I'm not trying to drive 90 minutes back.
Right.
Like that's a lot.
Hey, I drove into Jubal Palace and back just for the food.
Where's that?
In Tampa, Hard Rock.
What is it called?
The noodle place.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
I've also driven for that brunch. I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't exist anymore. But
oh, you're talking about the
around the world brunch?
No, you're talking about the buffet.
Yes.
Yeah, they just reopened it.
Oh my God.
They just reopened it. They just reopened the buffet upstairs.
Should have never told me that.
You know, they literally just reopened it.
Oh yeah, we going.
But no, like the drive is a little bit different. And when I mean like, you know how like when you drive, and I think I guess I'm going to talk off topic a little bit, but now you drive and then you get to that patch where it's just like trees.
Yeah.
That's
nice
what it is.
drive.
It's not that I can't really, because see, for me that's boring. I want to see buildings. I want to see billboards.
City
That's
boy.
what keeps my brain
City
going.
boy.
It's literally trees for 90 minutes.
I mean, depending on the the reason why you're getting there, like that's what I'm saying. I don't mind driving
because there's nothing else out there. At least when you go to Tampa,
you
there's
can
other
jump,
things that go out there.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing.
That makes
it's literally a casino, and then for another 30 minutes, it's the other casino in the other direction.
Yeah.
So those are the only things that are in these small little towns. That's it. So for me, but you know, I get it. Like if I lived in Orlando and I was like, oh, let me go to that noodle bar down. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. But there's literally nothing out there. That's literally all that there is. So it's like, oh, we're gonna go see Jazzy Jeff playing on a Tuesday. Well, did we get a room? Or are we driving back at 1:00 in the morning because even their sales have to end at 1:00, even though they have their own. Their alcohol sales have to close at 1, and their bar has, club closes at 1. So now on Tuesday, we're driving almost an hour and a half back, so we don't get home until almost 3:30 in the morning, and now I'm tired as hell, and I gotta go to work at 10. So it was a lot. It was a lot, but I don't know. I think these, the curated parties is a good idea. We have a few friends that have them, and I've supported. And,
shout outs to them.
Shout outs to them. I come out and I support them, and see what they got going on. And there are certain things that I guess because I'm a DJ critique type of person, some of the DJs that they pick, they are good. I will not knock them. I just feel like the order of the DJs should have been changed a little bit. And I think we do it as as DJs. And I'm not saying that some try to play like the hottest ish at, 4:00 in the afternoon because you have a closer. But like
some DJs don't care.
But some DJs don't care.
They don't care.
And another thing that
they don't care about your party. They don't care about this. I got a slot. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna fuck it up, and then that's it.
Well,
like,
the last day party that I did, every single person played that Kendrick and SZA song.
this is perfect because getting into this and transitioning into the next topic, like for example, there's no problem if everybody decides to play that Kendrick song for say or this song, right?
Yeah.
But what if you do a little bit of research and go looking for that completely different, let's say I'm a piano remix of this song or Afro remix of this song or dancehall remix of like this Bad Bunny song or any other thing, right? And leading from that, like where nowadays, where do a lot of these DJs go into to find those? Because I know record pools, everybody can pull out the record pools and getting into that. Now, SoundCloud, because it's happened to me, and I've been doing a lot of the research on SoundCloud of finding like golden gems that you won't find anywhere else, and there's specific editors, remixers, and I know we spoke on the previous episode about Patreon and all these other like platforms that you can find them at. But SoundCloud is making a comeback as far as like that pot of finding golden gems, golden remixes. That is like you won't find them anywhere else, and it's just it's actual digital digging for those remixes. Is anybody else going through that?
I like
on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I like using because SoundCloud is for what you said, notorious for having exclusive remixes that you won't find on pools, you won't find on there of popular songs, especially in the Latin arena. There are some edits and remixes that I found to old classic salsa songs that maybe I want to take those and play them at this party, and they've made me a tech house version or an Afro house version, and then English songs like any Kendrick song. Like SoundCloud has a remix to almost anything now, and I feel like that's what's fueling the fire behind SoundCloud.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed from digging and from looking up different remixes and different songs on SoundCloud. It's so much easier and accessible. For example, like if you're going to a record pool, local record pool, let's say like any other record pools that we've used, you know exactly who the remixers are and who you're getting pretty much the remix from. Now on SoundCloud, I've noticed that out of nowhere, I just search for a song or search for XYC remix of XY genre or whatever. And out of nowhere, I got a DJ from Italy. I get a DJ from Spain. I got a DJ from Peru.
Yeah.
I get a DJ from over here that you wouldn't come across those people on like Instagram.
Research.
Right. You're digital digging.
You're digital digging. No, for sure. You're digital digging. And I mean, for me, like with Patreon, and the other platforms that are out there. Like I had a woman come to me the other day, and she was like, "Oh, can you play that Alan Jackson Twista song?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Alan Jackson Twista," and I'm like, "What?" Alan Jackson doesn't have a song with Twista.
I'm sorry,
she's
who?
like, "Yeah, he has a song with Twista," and I'm like, "No, he does not." And I'm like, "Oh, you're talking about a blend that someone made on YouTube." And I think that's it happens a lot. And then and that's where a lot of DJs are putting their remixes on YouTube, so regular folks can listen to them. And because I even had another girl, she was like, "Oh, can you play this Morgan Wallen version?" And I was like, "Ma'am, I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's only on YouTube." Oh, I thought that's where you guys got your music, and I was like, "No,
you can't pull it up from YouTube on your computer."
Like, no, that's not how this works, ma'am. No, I'm sorry, Linda. It's not how it works. But I can try making it for you, like live right now. And she's like,
"Oh, damn!
Oh, you can do that?" I'm like, "Yeah."
But you can't pull it out of YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So let me show you how I done live, Linda. Hit you with my Dakiti in the hot.
Not the
with the blow.
With the blow.
All right, fellas, we gotta get out of here because we're a little bit extended over our time.
Listen,
and y'all always show up late, so.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the one in timeout today.
Yeah, I'm in timeout. But it's all good.
I love y'all always.
Episode 10.
Episode 10.
That was crazy.
10, everybody.
That was great.
Good one.
You guys wanted to get to know us a little bit. Now
we
you
gotta
do.
wrap it up and get out of this. Shout out to the library downtown because that's where we're recording now. So like, subscribe, follow, comment, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a TikTok next. So we're gonna do TikTok and put the reels on TikTok. Yes.
We did say.
Yes, we're gonna put all the audio.
Episode 10.
Yeah, episode 10.
We're going to be on all the platforms.
All the platforms.
Yeah, I gotta figure all that out next too. So, but it's definitely be all the audio on other platforms like
Spotify, Apple Music, all the good.
You guys can hear our voice
you can find
anywhere.
your podcast. That's where they'll be. It's the Just the Tip DJ podcast. Remember, Just the Tip,
literally
DJ podcast. It's your boy DJ Dez, my man DJ Netix, and DJ Ricky Rico. Thank you guys always. Peace. And
see y'all next episode.
Oh.